I used to think that the woman had to cook and stay home and do all that. And then I just started to realize, like, oh, shit, like, this is forced to be reckoned with.
Sure.
If you have a woman on the field playing with you. Not taken away from the fact that women can still play that role.
Hi, baby, hop in the Lamborghini. I'm meaty, on me only, I'm meaty. Hi, baby, hop in the Lamborghini. Left for a minute, I did not sweat it. Look at the cash I'm spending. There it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a third segment of today's podcast. And before we started this with Eddie Soto, and then we brought in Katherin Rojas. And these two, in my opinion, are the power couple. I look up to Grant and Elena, Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone. Me and my wife, as I'm talking to Katherin right now. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Katherin, for being on the show. Amazing stories you both have. I'm sure the dynamic is interesting behind the scenes. You know, you don't work together technically, but you work from home. You speak on stages. How does that work?
I mean, there really isn't like a book or a manual or even like a story with chapters. We just fucking make it work.
Make it work.
And we grow through it.
Yeah.
You know, who we are today was not who we were a year ago. You know, and I mean, me and her just we're really big into personal development. So we even take the vehicle of our relationship as a big part of that, right? That we grow through that as well. So when we disagree, you know, we make sure that the disagreement, you know, ends in a way better outcome than it did the prior time. I'm just very big on that. You know, like, I don't want to be fucking arguing with nobody or, you know, stressing little shit. And I'm glad that with her, like, we don't have no, you know, like, teenager fucking arguments about the jealousy or the envy stuff. Like, I don't care what she wears. I actually be hyping her up. You know, a lot of men are very insecure and like, oh, man.
Men are very insecure.
You know, she doesn't, like, she's trusted me to go anywhere with anyone, you know, because she's also very insecure. So I'm definitely glad for that. I will say we mostly bump heads because we're just very alpha, right? She's also very alpha as well. You know, that's more so why we bump heads, you know, because every time, you know, I want to lead, she kind of wants to put her 2 cents in, and I have to kind of like, don't forget who wears the pants here. And then she's learning to submit now because obviously, you know, we're engaged. She knows it's fucking serious. But again, like I was saying in the first segment, like I always look into someone's past before I can ever think or judge. I mean, we're in a really good fucking place right now, man, to be honest.
You, man. You guys are.
You know? Yeah.
How'd you guys meet? How'd you guys connect?
So she was all up in my DM.
Oh,
boy.
boy.
No. So what happened was we were doing a detox, like a 7, well, I was doing a 7-day detox.
Okay.
It was like all juices.
Okay.
And I believe he was doing one or he was about to do one of the two. And he reached out to me. He was like, oh, how is that going for you? And, you know, I was just telling him how it was going for me. And after that, I mean, like a week, like not a week or so, or like a couple weeks after, we went to work out at the gym. We were working out at the gym for a couple weeks. And then the pandemic happened. So do I have to say the rest?
Oh, that's it.
The pandemic didn't happen. All right. I happened.
Oh, okay.
I happened.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
From one day to the next, I threw over my shoulders like a fucking barbarian, and I never took out the cape.
Listen, I believe that. So it's a true story. And my wife like, so who are you gonna interview tomorrow? I go, Eddie and Katherin. She showed me the social profile, social media profile. I show, and she's like, there's a video, a reel of you doing a pull up, and you jump on him. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're a dynamic couple. And it's like barbarian that you did that. How hard was that to do, by the way? That pull up, she jumped on you, and
It's not hard.
Dude, really?
Not hard at all.
Wow.
Well, he's very strong.
Oh, I can tell. Obviously.
Yeah. He's strong.
I do a lot of shit that people would consider, you know, kind of hard. Like we did a video the other day where I threw her up, you know, 10 feet in the air, and guys are like, "Oh, how do you do that?" You know, I'm like,
10 feet in the air.
Just get your ass in the fucking gym.
Wow.
That's how you
it. You guys did a TV show. I saw a piece of that the other day. Tell me
TV
about
show.
that. How was that Cartel Crew?
Well, yeah, she got in on the last season.
That's right. You were there for season. The episode I saw was interesting. Seeing you, your child's mother walks in and you meet her. You see the intensity in your eyes. I'm like, oh wow, this must be hard. You're very nervous a little bit. Not nervous. You're like, you're like, I don't drink, but you're drinking.
Oh, he was nervous.
You were nervous, huh?
No, the fuck I wasn't. I had
Yeah.
to play the part. It's reality TV.
Is that what it is mostly?
Yeah, man. I don't fake it.
Yeah.
But I had to make it interesting.
Okay. I'm getting two different things here.
I was
You
not
were
nervous.
nervous.
That day?
Yeah, you were.
You know what I'm
What's
talking
up,
about?
what's up?
Yeah, of course he was nervous. It was the first time that I met the mother of his son.
My love,
Yes.
it was not the
Well, it
first
wasn't
time,
the first
number
time.
one.
We met one time before,
Number two,
but that was the first time.
I
like,
had to make it interesting.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, he made
Okay.
it interesting.
Okay, you did.
He was a little nervous.
The reason why I say I don't get nervous is because I don't get nervous.
I get it. Listen, I get it.
don't, and you know that.
Yes,
Like she
got
be asking me some shit like, how do you do that? I'm like, I just kind of lost the whole butterfly feeling a
Sure,
long time
sure.
ago.
It was an uncomfortable feeling.
Got it. Better word.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How
For sure,
was-
for everybody it was
Of course.
uncomfortable.
I could imagine. You started the show first. She came third season, right?
Yeah. So the show started literally like the week after I came home from prison.
Wow.
Yeah. So first season was me on house arrest. I wasn't able to come out on it because they didn't let me. Got into some big mess behind that. Second season, and then the third season is when me and Kath were together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're so recent you came out. People say I'm out for 20 years, man. It's like yesterday.
Yeah. I make 4 years.
You turn your
I
life
make
around.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I
4
make 4
years?
next month. No, next month.
Wow.
July 3rd.
But yeah, the show. So how's the show for you? What'd you think of it, filming it, being there? Was it fun, exciting, boring, toxic?
I mean, I've been in the lifestyle for a few years. As far as
Entertainment and media,
Entertainment,
yeah.
right. I never wanted to do reality TV. That was never something that I wanted to do. Even prior, being with Eddie.
Sure.
When that was introduced to me, I still didn't want to do it. Like, it was just not something that I wanted to do. I just don't, but the producer sat me down. She spoke to me. She was like, like whatever. And then I ended up doing it. Right?
Sure.
I ended up just like, okay, let's do it. How was it? I mean, it's
Okay,
not
got it.
my.
That's it. That's your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not my. Yeah, it's
No,
not.
but
it.
I mean, it wasn't really nothing that they put out there that was.
Too out there.
I mean, they tried to assassinate the shit out of my character.
Sure.
Like
I saw that.
individually.
I see that. a
But
little
like
bit,
as
yeah.
far as Kath, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So no future reality shows for you guys?
Reality TV, I'm never gonna do again.
Hold on 1 sec.
Yeah.
What if I find a network and they say, listen, this is more about inspiration, motivation. There's no, well, there has to be drama. You have to sell drama.
Right.
But however, we want to see the struggle, the mindset of two young entrepreneurs making it together. You wouldn't do that?
Reality TV,
Yeah.
in my eyes, is that the whole drama thing.
You have to have
like,
drama.
That I'm not doing. Right, filming movies,
That's different. You're acting.
docuseries, all that stuff. I'm with. I mean, they consider Cartel Crew a docuseries. It wasn't. It was
Yeah, it
a
wasn't.
reality
No.
TV show.
By the way, you have a documentary coming out, right? Or did you?
No, I filmed a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it. It's just has never been released.
When can we see that, man?
It caused a lot of conflict, man.
Ah.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
I got it. How about you? Beautiful, you're handsome. No Hollywood in the pictures. Ever thought about it? You do movies.
Mm-hmm.
You thought about doing acting?
I always,
She likes it.
Yeah, I
She's good
enjoyed
at it too.
You acting?
Yeah, I just never
pursued it.
pursued it.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I was always too busy working. Too busy working multiple jobs.
Maybe in the future you want to do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love, making people laugh.
Sure.
I
can see it.
drag him to do all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
TikToks.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
really?
the
You're
mastermind
the
behind him.
Yeah.
And now he likes it. Now he
Yeah.
enjoy it. Now
He's
like,
coming out of
okay,
shell
I'm
too.
up
I
to
noticed
him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the beginning when we started doing like our TikToks, he was just like, no.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Think
You know?
about it, yeah.
But now he's like, he likes it. Like, he sees that we have a good time doing
You
it.
do.
Like,
And
sometimes I'm a little intense because I'm like, we got to get the transition right.
Yes.
But,
But you got,
it's a bonding time that
It
we
is.
have as well.
I could imagine. Guys, I'll be honest with you. You guys have a couple goals. You both are. You're amazing shape. Beautiful as a couple. Both of you. and you guys give people goals, and God bless you for doing that. I mean, good
Appreciate it,
stuff.
man.
He has 2 sons.
Yes.
How's that transition for you?
It was awesome. Like at the beginning, I remember that it was just like very different for me. And he was always very open, very open and very slow with the transition. Like he never pushed really anything upon me, which I really love that, because that's where we were able to build the bond.
Organic.
Right.
Beautiful.
I think it's the kids are great. We have this amazing relationship.
That's awesome. I see it social media.
Yeah, we have a great relationship. They're like my buddies.
That's
They're like
awesome.
my friends.
How does it make you feel, Eddie? That your girl man, he's like, do good to your kids, because that's an issue for a lot of my viewers. They write me texts and emails and say, hey, get us guests that can talk about that. Was that a worry for you to have a right woman?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That was one of the, probably I would say the biggest factors in choosing that, and like she said, I was very patient with like the introduction, kind of like getting to know her first, and then slowly bringing her around. But I mean, it's good now, man. Like they have a great relationship. She has a really good and open, relationship with their mothers. It's all copacetic, man.
That's awesome. Do you guys talk a little bit? Have dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do family
events,
yeah.
gathering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's happy. That's good. That's good stuff. It's happy culture for everyone. Good looking guy. He's out there. You never think, wait a minute, man. He's a social media star now. He's in movies. Who's he with? Who's he around? Does it ever cross your mind?
Damn, you know what? It doesn't. Wow. Like, no, that doesn't at all.
So if I call him, Eddie, I have a plane going to Vegas, me and you, boys night out in Vegas.
He does,
okay.
Not that he does it very often, but if he's going to go hang out with his nephew or, with his close friends, they're going to go off, so whatever. I'm okay with that.
Good stuff.
I mean, listen, he did the reality TV.
Sure.
And we were just getting into our relationship.
Sure.
And there was a part where he was stuck in a house.
Okay.
For how many days?
Yeah, for like a week.
Okay.
For like a whole
with the mother
week.
of my son.
Oh, wow.
For a whole week.
You handled it.
It's
not the easiest thing.
Of course.
I'm not here to tell
So
you
you're
that
being
it's
honest
a walk
about
in
it.
the park.
No.
It's like, oh my God. But I trust him, and I know my value.
Sure.
So I'm not.
That's
worried.
important. That's really important for my viewers to know your value, and that's something that's very. Thank you for sharing that part. The values. If you don't have value for yourself, it's when you start going crazy about stuff, right? And paranoia. You about to say something, Eddie? Before?
No, I mean she's completely right.
Yeah.
She's completely right. Like at the end of the day, it's how you conduct yourself. Like I trust. There's times that she goes to video shoots or does all type of stuff that I don't
My
even know
question
about.
was that to you. Next with you, she's beautiful, gorgeous girl. She goes to do shoots and stuff. Never ever say, "Oh man, like, what are you doing out there?" Who's no. Strong, especially in Miami.
Yeah,
Miami's known for that.
I
right?
think it's more so that. I think it's more so you knowing your value.
Person. Wow.
Right? Like, I'm in competition with myself. Of course there's people out there that have more money than me. Of course there's people out there that are stronger than me. Of course there's people out there that are better looking than me, But, like, I'm just that confident in myself. Like, I'm, and I continue to build that. Like, I'm continuing to create the motherfucker that nobody's ever going to forget.
That's amazing.
So.
That's awesome, man. Damn. Lesson learned. Your routines. You guys go to sleep late, wake up early. Do you have people believe in law of attraction? I'm a believer where I do my vision board, my goals, affirmations, gratitude. What's your routine? I'll start with you first, Katherin. What's your routine?
I do everything.
Yeah.
I try everything out.
Yeah.
I read a lot. I watch a lot of videos growing up. Because I wanted to learn that.
Sure.
I love meditation.
Sure.
I have a lot of anxiety. So meditation to me is like my sweet spot.
That's awesome.
It's something that I have to do. It doesn't matter, how much time I have, whether I can get a good 30 minutes or whether I can get a good 15 or
Clears
even
your head.
5, just to gather my thoughts and just take it all in. Because our day are hectic every single day. We don't know what's going to come at us that day.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we
Sign
don't
up
know
for
whether
that.
it's family, relationship, whether something is going on with him. My mom
Business.
is calling me. Business is happening. The
Like
property.
just this morning, I woke up to a $2,000 fraud
Yeah,
on my bank
like,
account.
So instead, babe, good morning, babe, what's going? It's like okay,
Yeah.
So it's like we just gotta be ready for
You do.
whatever, So one thing for me, my routine is like meditation.
Sure.
I love yoga. I love stretching. I love movement. I love anything that's going to help me just be in the moment, like
Sure.
be present. Anything that's gonna let me be present. I am a night owl,
Okay.
so I do have
So
a
am I.
hard time sleeping early. I know I'm like the worst at that. It's just there's some things that you
know
still
about
gotta
yourself.
work on.
You have to work on.
So I am
Yeah.
a night owl. I feel like that's the time that I have where like the world is not coming
Me
at
too.
you. So it's
Me
like,
too.
all right, let me get creative. Let me think of video ideas. Let me think of like what I gotta do for this. So to me at nighttime when I'm laying down, I'm on my phone and I'm just gathering my ideas and my thoughts and what I gotta do for the day, for the following day. I could get better at that, but I'm just being honest. I'm
You're
just
on a
telling you
journey.
how it is. So
Your journey.
my routine is just every single day we work out. Right?
Together?
Yeah. Well, not together.
Okay.
When we can, we make it
That
together.
happened.
I love running.
Okay.
That's like my thing.
I
Like,
saw
if you
that.
follow
I-
me on
I
TikTok.
see that in
Running with
IG.
Kat is a vibe.
I like it.
I love running, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it helps me to get out of my comfort zone. Because I really do hate it. It's crazy. I hate it, but I hate it mentally. But I tell mentally that I'm gonna make this shit happen. Because if I can do this in the morning and I can get out of the way, whatever comes my way,
I can handle it.
I can handle it.
That's beautiful.
So that's kind of like my thing. I just
Look at
get
you.
up, I run, I just, get my body moving. And whenever I
Amazing.
need that reset, it's like, I meditate and
Awesome.
get back to whatever I got to do.
Eddie?
And that's very important, just to piggyback off of what she said, right? Because to me, it looks like she loves it running. Like, I really do hate running. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the whole monotonous shit. I like to go and bang some weights, and I be telling her all the time, like, you don't fucking hate this. You love it. But it makes sense, though, right? Because,
Sure.
like, me personally, I do shit that I don't like neither, until I learn to love it, right? Like, for me, I used to hate doing legs. That's like a thing that men just don't normally do.
They don't.
Who does
Chest,
legs?
Upper body.
Right? To me, it was like
Yeah.
chest and arm day every day
Sure.
for like the first 12 years of my,
Yeah.
working out. Now I prioritize legs. And it's because I hated it, right? So now I love it. Every time we go out, every time we work out, it's mostly legs.
Wow.
And we fucking
Kill
bang on each
both
other.
of you. That's awesome.
Yeah, so my routine is very simple. I wake up, I get movement in. I've tried it all as well. The meditation, the reading, I've done it all. Doesn't work for me. It's just movement. I wake up, I do my quick dynamic stretch, drink some water, and I get my burpees and my dips and my pull-ups in. I guess it's something I instilled in me since prison. So
Sure.
that just gets my mind racing and my heart pumping, gets my engine going, and I just get to work right
That's
away.
amazing.
Like I use those first few hours, like my golden hours,
Yeah.
to get shit done before I open up to the world. And then the first thing I do, I do have a routine. I call it like just the input versus output.
Sure.
Right? So I wake up, input. Right? Let me just pour into myself, fill myself up. Then I pour out. Then the first input after that is me speaking to my kids. Right? I FaceTime them every day. Now that they're going to school, it's a little later, but it used to be, every day religiously 7:50.
Sure.
And then I pour out. Like me pouring into my kids is kind of a selfish input, but obviously it's me getting my kids
Sure.
ready for the day. And it's just input, output throughout the whole day. That's really it.
Insane.
Input, output. I'm a Frenchie lover. Me and Kat, we breed them.
Sure.
So we breed them to more so create dogs. Like we have a big ass fucking fur family. So that's another input that I
Sure.
have. I go down there after a couple more hours
Yeah.
of work and
See
I'll
them.
clean up some shit
Yeah.
and I'll play with them a little bit.
Sure.
Because it's just good energy, and then boom, back into the grind. So yeah, like I was saying, our days are very sporadic.
Sure.
There is no, okay, I wake up at this time, I'm hitting the gym at this time. Like if you're living a life like where you're that routine every
Sure.
single fucking day, you're
Sure.
not doing enough.
You're right. That's true.
You're
right.
not you're being a little too selfish and you're
Sure.
trying to prioritize the hugging tree aspect of it instead of serving. 'Cause
You're
that's
right.
what entrepreneurs are.
We serve.
We're serving.
We serve it.
We're serving.
100%.
So
Guys, where can I find you, Katherin?
All my platforms is the real Katherin Rojas on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can follow me anywhere.
She's all
Just
over.
don't follow me home.
I like that. Eddie?
My platforms are Eddie Soto Official, all platforms. And you can follow me home. I have a surprise for you if you do.
And you're a trainer, a fitness trainer.
I'm an online lifestyle coach now. I come from
Amazing.
personal training background.
I like that.
I've done it all. And now I've found my groove in helping people with lifestyle.
That's
More so like
amazing.
habits,
That's amazing.
thought patterns, you know.
That's awesome, guys. Once again, this is a long term. I told him yesterday, I plan to have a long term connection with you guys. I have wanted to do a mastermind down the road and have you guys come speak on it. What you guys are doing is this interview for me is important for multiple reasons. One, I wanted to have a couple on.
First time?
First time having a couple together.
Ooh.
So your first couple on my podcast. I have a wife.
And this was planned like last minute.
Last minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought she would be busy, and then someone else was supposed to come part two, and somewhere she canceled. See how things work out.
Everything worked out.
And I'm like, hey, Eddie, can you get Katherin on? She goes, maybe we can. We talked and everything connected. Number one. Number two, having a girl boss, a female boss on. I have two daughters. I want my daughters to know that they can do anything they put their mind to. And you are, a example of that. So I want to have more female entrepreneurs on my show, and you guys did that for me. So I'm super grateful for doing for you guys for doing
How old
that.
is your daughter?
6 and 5.
Oh, okay.
They're young. They're young. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro women, man.
Yeah.
All the way.
And people surprised. Like, man, you're Latin, dude. Like, you're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that
I grew up old fashioned. I used to think that the woman had to cook and stay home and do all that.
Sure.
And then I just started to realize, like, oh shit, like this is a force to be reckoned with.
Sure.
If you have a woman on the field playing with you, not taken away from the fact that women can still play that role,
They could do everything.
right?
Right.
Subjectively speaking,
Sure.
this is what works
Sure.
for me, and
For you
us.
guys.
right?
Same with me and my wife, right? We say we don't have gender roles in our household. Like, I help with the kids a lot and stuff, and she's working. We flip and flop and we cook together, whatever. But it works for us, right? And stuff. But no, you guys are, like, as a couple on social media, like, I'm a follower.
Supporter.
Supporter of both of you, your
Thank you
movement,
so
what you
much.
guys are doing means a lot to me. And thank you for jumping on board today, guys.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you. No
us.
problem.
And to
Thank
much
you
more
for having us, man.
success.
Thank you so much. We'll do a part 2 soon.
You got it.
Thank you, Katherin. Thank you, Eddie.